with our entrance into the Suez Canal. We are beginning a new phase in our military existence. Our future field of action is still uncertain. Are we to go to East Africa, or is Mesopotamia to be the land of our exploits? We can but conjecture. The approach to Port Said is very interesting. 2 long breakwaters run far out to sea. As you get nearer, Lesop's statue stands out pointing the way to the canal, his life's work. A little beyond, on the seashore are lines of bathing machines. Presently, an unusually loud buzz drew our attention to a curious object skimming the water, the first of its kind, that many of us had ever seen. It was a French hydroplane. It rose majestically and flew out to sea, passing over the breakwater. An hour or 2 later, it returned with quite as much noise, and got back to its base, close to where we lay at anchor, coaling. Entering the harbor, we were cheered by a French cruiser. The band played, "It's a Long Way to Tipperary." Our boys sang back quite lustily. A Dutch boat which arrived a little before us, also added cheers of welcome. This particular boat proclaimed its nationality conspicuously to any lurking submarine. She was painted, her whole length, in bright red, white and blue, and at a distance looked like a huge ribbon tossed on the waves. There were 3 more French men of war, and a British cruiser to greet us as we dropped anchor. Our boat, the Hunt's End, needed supplies for her engines. Presently, 8 huge lighters of coal were alongside, and hands of coolies, black with soot, started work like a swarm of ants. They ran up planks, dumped their loads into a chute, and rushed down another plank for a fresh supply. They were evidently paid by load, and were anxious to get in as many as possible, in the shortest time. While the steamer was coaling, we went ashore. My object was to secure some hosts, for the Christmas communions. At the Franciscan church, an Irish Capuchin brother very kindly directed me to the convent of the Good Shepherd. Here the sister sacristan had just baked the week's supply, but on hearing that hosts were needed for the soldiers, she very considerately gave me all I required, and started making more for the convent and parishes of Port Said. It was a very pleasant surprise to meet a brother Jesuit, Reverend Father Lunazzi, Society of Jesus, of the Mangalore Mission. He was on his way to India, and had arrived that very morning, on a Dutch steamer. He told me of the wreck of a Japanese boat, torpedoed the evening before, only 60 miles away, just as we were steaming out of Alexandria. We met the survivors, chiefly American missionaries, with their wives and children. They were 9 hours in open boats before being rescued. The steamer took 45 minutes to sink. Our boat, as it lies coaling, is held to the bank by 2 cables. Halfway on each cable is a funnel-shaped tin intended to prevent rats leaving or coming to the ship, air plague regulation. On Thursday, the 23rd of December, 1915, we weigh anchor and steam into the canal.